Welcome to Siqalo Foods. We have taken pride in being an industry leader not only in the marketing and nutrition of the products we produce, but also in creating a safe working environment for all persons on site. People safety, food safety and quality are non-negotiable principles at Siqalo Foods. Siqalo Foods complies with all aspects of legislation within a food factory, such as the OHS Act and other regulations, ISO 14001, FSSC 22000 and the framework standards. Since people safety and the production of quality food products is critical to our business, we ask that all employees, contractors and visitors ensure mandatory compliance with all legal requirements as well as the site rules and regulations that will be featuring in this video. As part of the Siqalo Foods food safety standards, anything that is not part of our product ingredients list is considered a food contaminant. Possible food contaminants could be dust, paint chips, hair, or any foreign material. As an organization and as individuals, we are fully committed to our SHE policies that protect our people, partners, customers, consumers, visitors, communities, and the environment that surrounds us. We strive to achieve and maintain zero incidents by providing all with a safe and hygienic working environment. The site has identified 10 top risks from the baseline risk assessment. 1. Atmospheric gas, dust emissions. 2. Chemical hazards and substance. Siqalo Foods is classified as a major hazardous site because of the ammonia, boiler and hydrogen. 3. Vehicle, truck and forklift movement. 4. Physical conditions. 5. Spillages. 6. Waste. 7. Noise. 8. Working at heights. 9. Stacking and storing. 10. Goods and material movement. The following safety cardinal rules are our non-negotiables, and any deviation from these safety cardinal rules by any person on site will result in disciplinary action and could result in immediate dismissal from the site. 1. Do not use a cell phone while driving. 2. Wear a safety belt always. 3. Lock out and ensure there is zero energy when working on a potentially live equipment. 4. Do not drink and drive. 5. Incident reporting. The site uses a behavioral safety program that is meant to drive safe behaviors and reporting of incidents. Any unsafe act where an employee demonstrates a reckless disregard for themselves or their co-workers' safety, unsafe condition, near miss or quality observation can be reported with the use of an iCare SPO card. Reverse parking is compulsory for any vehicle parking on Siqalo Foods property. No vehicle or equipment are allowed to remain on site for extended periods without written permission from management. All vehicles entering the main site will be searched. Entry to site. All employees are required to undergo medical surveillance at the medical center and attend the site and departmental induction. Contractors must submit their full medical records to the site sister, then attend the site induction in the induction room. First-time visitors and contractors are requested to sign up and verify identification upon entry onto site and other required documents at security. A visitor's card will be issued on entry and must be returned on exit from site. This ID badge is to be worn on the neck and visible at all times. All visitors shall be escorted by their host to the area they are visiting. On exit, you will be subjected to a search. No firearms and other weapons are allowed on site. A breathalyzer test shall be conducted for all persons entering the site. At Siqalo Foods, we employ strict quality, food safety, environmental, health and safety standards in compliance with legislation and Siqalo Foods policies and procedures. Every day, everyone at Siqalo Foods is actively committed to living the 8 beliefs. Our 8 beliefs reinforce our principles and commitment to the success of the business, safety and health of the employees and products. Our 8 beliefs are: 1. We believe our big brands have big broad impact, economic, social, nutritional, that require we must be both responsible brand stewards and custodians. 2. We believe in partnerships that are mutually beneficial and gives us distinct advantage in the marketplace which don't compromise us. 3. We believe in embracing change so that we shape the future success of our business by having an agile mindset. 4. We believe that taking ownership will unlock possibility. 5. We believe that integration with RCL Foods empowers our paths. 6. We believe in creating value for our stakeholders every day through consistent performance. 7. We believe investing in our people as a differentiator gives us competitive advantage. 8. We believe we can't be stopped. The opportunity is right here, right now. Nothing can stop us. Induction training is required for anyone entering and working at the Siqalo Foods site and is valid for a period of a year. Contractors and employees will be required to write a test as part of the induction. All visitors shall be escorted by their host to the area they are visiting. Personal protective equipment, or PPE, is issued to protect you against the hazards in the plant. It is mandatory to wear the compulsory PPE at all times. Minimum requirements for anyone entering the plant are hair nets, beard nets for men with a beard or moustache. Safety glasses shall be used over prescription glasses in areas required, earplugs, and safety shoes. All Siqalo Foods employees wear a white hairnet. Ensure PPE is worn properly. Hairnet must cover all hair. This is achieved by covering ears with hairnet and all facial hair. Employees must use the company-issued uniform at all times. All visitors shall be issued with a visitor coat when entering the plant. PPE must be clean when entering the factory. No jewelry is allowed inside the plant. The only exceptions are a tribal or traditional band or medical alert bracelet. These must be covered with a wrist cover. Watches and other personal jewelry are not allowed in the plant. No glass is allowed inside the plant. All personal belongings should be removed and left in a safe area in the lockers or in the office. Loose objects must not be stored in pockets above the waist, as these foreign objects could fall into the food stream and contaminate the product. Please note that drinking or eating inside the plant is not allowed. Please use the designated eating area. All food to be stored in food lockers provided. Cigarettes, matches, and other foreign objects are not allowed in the factory. Proceed to wash bays. Each entrance of the factory is installed with a hand wash bay. Wash hands, apply soap, rinse, dry, and sanitize hands. Artisans are to wash and sanitize their hands regularly, especially after every maintenance. Chemical containers are not to be used to collect any other materials. Plant PPE cannot be used when exiting the factory for food safety reasons. If going off-site, all PPE must be removed and stored in the PPE room at Gate 8 or in the locker room. Fire equipment are situated at strategic points throughout the site. They are indicated by the symbolic signs on the walls. All safety signage must be adhered to. Pay special attention to signage. 1. Blue and white signage are mandatory. 2. Yellow and black, warning signs. 3. Green and white, general information. 4. Red and white, fire informatory or prohibitory signage. Please be aware that taking any photos without prior authorization by Siqalo Foods supply chain leadership team is strictly prohibited. Should you be found taking pictures without the proper authorization, the pictures will be confiscated. No product or material or equipment may be removed from site without written authorization by Siqalo Foods management. Due to the risk of fire and for reasons of hygiene, smoking is not allowed in or around the plant. Siqalo Foods has a no smoking policy and has no designated smoking areas. All personnel that wish to smoke must do so outside the premises of Siqalo Foods. Smoking includes cigarettes, vaping, and the use of marijuana. When ascending or descending stairs, always make use of the handrail. Please note, pedestrians are only allowed on the white and red pedestrian walkway. Be cautious of moving equipment or vehicles inside or outside the plant. High-speed roller doors must be closed at all times. Operators of forklifts must drive slowly and hoot at blind corners. All trucks delivering or collecting are to be inspected before entry. Please ensure chocks are placed around the vehicle wheels to avoid rolling. No keys to be left inside any vehicle unattended. Evacuation. The emergency siren is tested for 5 to 10 seconds every week on a Wednesday at 10 a.m. Take note of the emergency plan in your area. In the event of an emergency, follow the instructions of your evacuation coordinator and immediately make your way to the assembly point in a controlled manner. The main assembly point is located behind the gym building. All contractors, visitors and employees are to assemble here as indicated on the signages. Security will lock off all gates and no one will be allowed to enter or exit the premises until a roll call of all present has been taken. The emergency teams will immediately be dispatched to look for any unaccounted people. The site may experience different types of emergencies: ammonia leak, fire, explosion, bomb threat, riots, strike, aircraft crash, gas leaks, noxious odor or smell within the production areas, flooding, spillage, food safety and security issues. Departmental evacuation procedure to be shared departmentally. All incidents are to be reported to a line manager immediately. The SHE department and quality and the occupational health practitioner must also be made aware of all incidents as soon as possible after the occurrence of the incident. Incidents include near misses, first aid injuries, fires, property damage, environmental incidents such as spillages, blood spills, glass or hard plastic breakages. A plaster will be issued for any cut injuries. This applies to visitors and contractors as well. All lost items must be handed into or reported to security. All current and new employees must undergo periodic medicals. If you have been exposed to or infected with a disease that could be transmitted through food, please declare this at security. For example, if you have infected wounds, skin infections, sores, diarrhea or vomiting, please declare at medical center. Please keep the site clean and do not litter inside or around the site. All hazardous waste such as chemical containers, ink cartridges, oily or dirty rags, batteries and oils are to be disposed of in marked containers found in the factory and at the waste area. The SHE department will ensure that the waste is sent to a licensed waste disposal site to be disposed of. At Siqalo Foods, all plastic, cartons and cardboards are separated and sent for recycling. Food waste is stored at the waste yard and is sent to the pig farmer. All hazardous substances frequently used on the site have been identified and material safety data sheets or MSDSs have been compiled. Copies are held in the clinic and at security. All chemicals brought onto site must be approved by both the quality and SHE departments before being used. Always make sure that you clean and tidy up your area of work on completion. Ensure adherence to the different color-coded cleaning equipment to be used throughout the plant to mitigate cross-contamination. Spillages should be cleaned up immediately and reported to the SHE department. Spillages could be oil from the rework, grease from bearings, used oil from the transformers, caustic used during shutdown, or even paint used during maintenance. Care should be taken that spillages do not flow into the stormwater drains, as this can contaminate our rivers. Report any uncontrolled oil spillages inside the rework plant to the SHE department. Under no circumstances are you allowed to work on any running or moving machinery unless it has been made safe by using a lockout-tagout system. Permits must be issued for the following jobs: hot work, working at heights, confined space, electrical work and hazardous energy, impairment of any fire detection system, excavation work, construction and/or civil work. All such permits can be issued by authorized permit issuers. Hot work includes welding, grinding, cutting, or any work that involves a possible source of ignition in an area where flammable or explosive materials may be present. Requirements for hot work are to screen off the area completely using only welding screens. No combustible materials to be used to screen off the area. Ensure food streams are covered and protected at all times. Have a fire extinguisher in the area where the hot work is being done. Clean up the area before or after the work is done. Ensure that no dust is found in the air or on the floor during hot work. Use PPE, in other words, welding helmet and gloves. No glass lenses allowed, only perspex. Any work carried out at a full risk position is deemed as working at heights and will require a permit to work. PPE required for working at heights are lifelines, hard hats, and safety harnesses. Copies of training records certifying a person to work at heights must be issued to the SHE department prior to the commencement of any work at heights, as well as a medical fitness certificate to work at heights. Any work in a confined space, such as inside a vessel, tank, or manhole, requires a permit. Only the Site GMR 2.1 can issue such a permit. Persons entering a confined space must have a valid medical certificate. A gas detection test must be conducted prior to entering into a confined space. Any work requiring impairment of the fire system requires a permit. Only the SHE department can issue this permit, and the work must be planned at least 48 hours in advance unless it is emergency work. Any work that will be done on site requires an SHE department risk assessment. All contractors will only be allowed to work on site after verification of the safety file by the SHE department. Contractors are not allowed to use any Siqalo Foods equipment without prior authorization from Siqalo Foods management. All contractor tools are to be inspected prior to the commencement of a job at any time during such a job. A declaration slip will be issued for any items brought onto site at security. Any work being conducted with substandard equipment will be stopped immediately. Wooden tools are not allowed. Tools or equipment taken into the plant must be sanitized first. Ensure tools, including nuts and bolts, are placed out of the walkways and are contained at all times. Contractors are responsible to supply their own safety goggles and safety shoes and other specialized PPE for the job as per risk assessment. Safety shoes must have a steel toe cap and be non-slip. Other disposable PPE will be issued by Siqalo Foods. If you are unsure of something or regard it as unsafe, please familiarize yourself with the site rules and 4 cardinal rules to be followed on this site. Use the compulsory PPE whenever entering the plant. Remove all jewelry. Wash and sanitize hands before entering the plant. Stick to dedicated walkways inside and outside the plant. Obey all safety and hygiene rules and regulations of the company. Hold on to handrails. During an emergency, obey all instructions. No smoking policy. Ensure permits are issued prior to commencing any hazardous work. Report all incidents immediately. Videos or cameras are not allowed without authorization. Let us work together in keeping Siqalo Foods a safe and healthy environment to work in. Thank you for watching the Siqalo Foods induction video. Please have a safe day so you can go back home to your loved ones.